We've all been there circling the parking lot like a hawk, battling the weekend crowds, and wondering if that $1.50 hot dog is worth the 40-minute wait. Well, if you think you've got the Costco routine down to a science, you might want to buckle up, because 2026 is officially the year everything changes. From high-tech AI entry points that might catch you off guard to a massive wave of new locations popping up in places you'd never expect, the Costco experience is getting a serious facelift. Today, we're breaking down the 10 biggest changes hitting the warehouse in 2026 so you can stay ahead of the curve and keep your shopping game strong. If you want to stay in the loop on all things smart shopping and big box secrets, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. It helps the channel out more than you know, and you won't miss the deep dives we have coming up. First, let us talk about the sheer scale of what's coming, because for many of you, your home Costco might be about to get a whole lot closer. Costco has officially greenlit a massive expansion plan for the 2026 fiscal year, aiming to open 35 brand new warehouse locations. Now, if you've been following the company's growth, you know they usually target around 25 to 30 openings a year, so this is a significant step up in pace. Out of those 35 locations, about 30 are going to be net new builds, while 5 are strategic relocations where they're moving older, cramped stores into massive, state-of-the-art facilities with better parking and more gas pumps. This expansion isn't just happening in the suburbs of the US either. We're seeing a huge push into international markets like Mexico, where the largest Costco in Latin America is set to open in Monterrey, and continued growth across Canada and Europe. For those of you in established markets where the aisles feel like a mosh pit on Saturday afternoons, these new infill locations are designed to bleed off some of that pressure, hopefully making your local run a little less chaotic. It's a multi-billion-dollar bet that the warehouse model isn't just surviving the digital age, it's thriving in it. Second, we have to address the gatekeepers that are showing up at the front door. You might have already noticed those sleek new kiosks popping up at the entrance of your local warehouse, and by 2026, these membership ID scanners will be the standard everywhere. For years, Costco has been pretty relaxed. You just flash your card at the employee, give a quick nod, and head for the rotisserie chickens. But the days of borrowing your sister-in-law's card are officially coming to an end. These scanners require you to scan your physical or digital membership card before you even set foot on the sales floor. The goal here isn't just to be a membership police for the sake of it. Costco actually makes the vast majority of its profit from those annual fees, which allows them to keep the prices on bulk goods so low. By cracking down on non-members, they're protecting the value for those of us who actually pay for the card. But there's a second, even more controversial layer to this: the food court. In 2026, don't be surprised if you have to scan your card just to get that slice of pepperoni pizza. We're seeing more and more locations move the food court kiosks behind the membership wall, meaning the world's cheapest lunch is becoming an exclusive perk for members only. Third, and this is where things get really high-tech, is the rollout of AI-powered pre-scanning technology at the checkout lines. We've all felt that dread when you see a line backing up into the clothing section, but Costco has been testing a new system that could cut your wait time by 20%. Instead of waiting until you reach the cashier to start the scanning process, employees equipped with mobile tablets will be moving through the lines while you're still waiting. They'll scan the items in your cart and link them to your membership card digitally. By the time you actually get to the register, the cashier already has your entire order pulled up on their screen. All you have to do is tap your phone or card to pay and you're out the door. This pre-check system is a direct response to the Scan Go features you see at places like Sam's Club. While Costco hasn't fully committed to letting customers scan their own items via an app yet, mostly because they want to ensure accuracy and prevent loss, this hybrid approach is their way of modernizing without losing that human touch. Speaking of technology, the Costco mobile app is finally getting the overhaul we've all been begging for. For the longest time, the app felt like it was stuck in 2012, but for 2026, the focus is on a digital wallet experience. This means more personalized offers based on what you actually buy, real-time gas prices for your specific warehouse, and even a way to track your 2% executive rewards in real time. They're even experimenting with AI to help manage inventory, which should mean fewer out-of-stock signs on the items you drove 30 miles to get. If you're finding these updates helpful so far, don't forget to share this video with your shopping buddy who always forgets their card. They're definitely going to need to hear about these scanner changes. But we're just getting started. Beyond the tech and the buildings, there are some massive changes coming to the products themselves, including a shift in how one of Costco's most iconic items is packaged and a new VIP perk that could change when and how you shop. Now, while the scanners and the apps are changing how we get into the store, what is happening once you're actually inside is where things get really interesting. Fourth on our list is a change that is actually a blast from the past, and it's something that has sparked more debate in Costco fan groups than almost anything else: the Great Beverage Switch. For over a decade, Pepsi has been the king of the Costco food court, but by 2026, Coca-Cola is officially making its grand return to the fountain. This isn't just about having a different logo on your cup, it's a massive logistical shift. We're already seeing warehouses across the country swapping out those Pepsi machines for Coke dispensers, and the goal is to have the transition 100% complete by the end of the year. For the Coke or Die crowd, this is a huge win, especially when you're pairing it with that legendary hot dog. It's a move that shows Costco is listening to member feedback, even if it took 10 years to make the pivot. Fifth, let us talk about the backbone of the entire warehouse, Kirkland Signature. In 2026, your favorite house brand isn't just growing, it's evolving. Costco is making a strategic play to move the production of Kirkland items closer to where they're actually sold. If you've been paying attention to the news, you know that international tariffs and global shipping delays have made it harder to keep prices stable. By sourcing more goods regionally, think California-grown produce for West Coast stores or East Coast processed meats for the Atlantic region, Costco is insulating itself from those outside costs. But the impact for you isn't just a stable price tag. We're expecting to see over 50 brand new Kirkland products hit the shelves this year alone. They're leaning heavily into health and beauty, high-end skincare, and even professional-grade home goods like mattresses and tires. The goal is simple: if a name brand wants to lower their price to meet Costco's standards, Kirkland will just make a better version for less. Sixth, and this is a big one for those of you who live in crowded metro areas, is the expansion of alternative Costco formats. Not every new Costco in 2026 is going to be the massive warehouse you're used to. We're seeing a huge push for Costco business centers, which are a totally different animal. These locations are open earlier, usually around 7 a.m., and they ditch the clothing, jewelry, and books to make room for massive commercial-grade supplies. If you've never been to one, it's an experience. You can buy a whole lamb, a 50-pound bag of onions, or a professional espresso machine. They're also rolling out more showroom concepts, like the one they pioneered in Alaska. These are smaller footprints where you can browse furniture and major appliances in person, but instead of hauling them home in your truck, you order them right there for white glove home delivery. It's Costco's way of conquering the big and bulky market without needing a 200,000 square foot building in every single zip code. Seventh, we're seeing a massive green overhaul in how your groceries are packaged. If you're a longtime member, you know the frustration of those thick, impossible-to-open plastic clamshells. Well, by 2026, those are largely going the way of the dinosaur. Costco has committed to cutting millions of pounds of plastic from its supply chain. You'll start seeing more corrugated cardboard boxes for fruit, compostable pods for Kirkland coffee, and how-to recycle labels on nearly everything. Even the iconic rotisserie chicken might see a packaging update in more regions to reduce the plastic footprint of that signature black base. It's part of a broader goal to reach a 39% reduction in operational emissions by 2030, and 2026 is the year they're really putting the pedal to the metal on the consumer-facing side of that promise. Before we get into the final 3 changes, including some big news for the pharmacy and a surprise for your wallet, take a second to hit that like button if you've ever lost a battle with a plastic clamshell or if you're Team Coca-Cola. It really helps us keep bringing you these deep dives. We've covered the tech, the food, and the buildings, but the way Costco is handling its employees and its VIP services in 2026 is where the real impact on your bottom line comes in. There's a new partnership in the works that could drastically lower your out-of-pocket costs for prescriptions, and a wage hike that's going to change the vibe of the warehouse as we know it. Eighth on our list is a game-changer for anyone who has ever felt the sting of a high medical deductible. In 2026, Costco is doubling down on its partnership with Sesame to provide what might be the most affordable healthcare in the country. We're talking about $29 virtual primary care visits and $79 mental health therapy sessions for members. But the real headline for 2026 is the expansion of their medically supervised weight loss program. With the explosion in demand for GLP-1 medications like Ozempic and Wegovy, Costco has positioned itself as a primary gateway for members to access these treatments at a fraction of the typical cost. They've even streamlined the process so you can get your clinical consultations and your prescriptions filled all under one roof, or rather, one membership. For many, the savings on a single virtual doctor's visit or a month of specialized medication will literally pay for the membership itself several times over. It's a bold move into the wellness space that proves Costco wants to be more than just the place where you buy your milk and socks. They want to be your primary care partner. Ninth, we have to look at the people behind the red vests. Costco has always been known for its legendary employee retention, and in 2026, they are raising the bar again. Starting in March 2026, topped-out hourly employees, those who have been with the company long enough to reach the highest pay bracket, are getting a $1 per hour raise. This might not sound like much on the surface, but when you consider that many Costco clerks will now be making over $32 an hour, it sets a massive precedent for the retail industry. For you as a shopper, this is actually a huge win. Happy, well-paid employees mean better service, faster checkout lines, and a warehouse that actually stays organized. They're also adding more vacation time for first-year employees and offering a staggering 6 weeks of paid time off for veterans who hit the 30-year mark. When you walk into a Costco in 2026, you're walking into a store staffed by people who actually want to be there, and in a retail world that's struggling with ghost town service, that makes a world of difference in your shopping experience. Finally, number 10 is the one that directly hits your pocketbook, the membership fee hike. It's been a long time coming, but we are now fully feeling the impact of the first fee increase in 7 years. Gold Star and business memberships have officially moved to $65, and the executive membership has climbed to $130. Now, before you reach for your pitchforks, there is a major silver lining for those of you who hold that black and gold executive card. To offset the $10 increase, Costco has raised the maximum annual 2% reward cap from $1,000 all the way up to $1,250. This means if you're a high-volume shopper or if you're using Costco Travel for your 2026 vacations, you have the potential to earn back more money than ever before. Costco's CFO has been very clear that they don't raise fees just to pad their bottom line. They use that extra revenue to lower the prices on the goods in the warehouse. So, while you might pay $5 more at the start of the year, you're likely saving $50 or $100 more on your actual groceries over the next 12 months. So, there you have it, the 10 massive changes that are redefining the Costco experience in 2026. From the high-tech scanners at the front door to the return of Coca-Cola at the food court and the massive expansion of the Kirkland brand, it's clear that the warehouse is evolving to meet a new era of shopping. The common thread through all of these changes is value. Costco is tightening its rules to protect the benefits of its paying members while investing more in technology and people to keep those prices lower than anyone else. If you found this breakdown helpful, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps this video reach more savvy shoppers like yourself. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Are you excited about the return of Coke, or are you going to miss the Pepsi fountain? And what do you think about those new ID scanners? Is it a fair way to protect the membership, or is it just another hurdle in your Saturday run? Let us get a discussion going down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one for more ways to shop smarter and save more.